The year is 2020, and let's be honest with ourselves, none of us are doing that fantastic this year, but this is especially the case for CD Projekt Red when it comes to the release of Cyberpunk 2077 in that fateful December. You've heard the story before, the bugs, the glitches, the commitment to quality. How about we fast forward to the newest chapter in Cyberpunk's story, shall we? Right now, Cyberpunk 2077 is enjoying a bit of a resurgence. That's thanks to CD Projekt Red's multimedia push, where the release of the Cyberpunk Edgerunner anime has just landed on Netflix. It's been an absolute success. It is fantastic. Please do check it out. And thanks to the anime's popularity, it has brought a renewed interest to the franchise, seeing some of its highest concurrent player counts yet. All this time after launch. It's that, as well as the continuous updates that have been brought to the game and the promise to bring even more, dropping last-gen support and moving on to current-gen consoles. Now, I've already talked about my love for Cyberpunk in a previous So I Tried Playing video, but now many folks are requesting highlight the new update. Well, I will happily oblige because I adore this game, so let's return once more in this special occasion to Night City. Your wish has been granted. Thank you so much for your feedback. We are back with Cyberpunk 2077. This is not always going to happen. We want to continue to explore new games on the channel, not just retread old ground. But I do want to showcase this brand new update, play through it a little bit, just share some thoughts as we go along, and more of a let's play style video rather than what I do in these videos where I typically sit down and go like, this is why I like this thing. We're gonna load a somewhat older save file of mine instead of starting a brand new game like we did last time, again to highlight some of the newest updates and have some progression in our character. But now let's dive straight in. All right, one thing you're gonna see here, a little 61 there. That shouldn't be there. Again, loaded an older save file. No, this was not me just farming levels and letting the perk points stack. One thing that they made a change with was the leveling system. I believe this was an update 1.5 when the next gen launch happened earlier this year, back in around February. So what that means is that there are certain new perks that have been added to the game or have been restructured or rebalanced. There's been a lot of tweaking on this front. So if you are going to load up an old save file, maybe you played a couple hours and said, I'm going to wait for the patches, you're going to have to remember your build a little bit. And that's unfortunate for those who maybe were halfway through the game. You're going to have to, again, remember your build, but there is the option here to respec, which is great. But do just keep this in mind that if you are stumbling back into an old save file thanks to these updates, again because of the resurgence, you will learn that oh, there are some new perks here, but also unfortunately it means you will have to fully respec. And if you're like me and you're a decent ways into the game at this point in the save file, it's like, oh wow, I got some work to do on my character. One of my personal favorite new additions to the game that I want to shout out is another one that came in update 1.5, but obviously, as you know, there are gigs all around each district. You'll see the red outline here on the map. And then if you find a fixer here, the new thing they have is that you have a counter for how many gigs you complete, and the HUD will match that. You see a little exclamation point on the piece of paper. Now, the difference is when you were to go out and complete these gigs, it's just, okay, good job, you completed them all. But now what happens is when you complete them all, you do get a reward sent to you by the fixer themselves. So there is this actual complete loop in the game. Again, not new in this update, but something I did want to call out because in particular, I love that. It's just a satisfying loop that's been added to the game now. So we're going to drive to the apartment. I want to show that stuff off because that's another cool addition that adds to one thing people are looking for in Night City a little bit more, which is immersion. One thing you're going to see here as I completely hit into that car is the game looks better. One thing that we don't talk about a lot with these updates is how over time CD Projekt Red has made the game look visually better. Like when you just stop moving and you just take in Night City, it's a whole different vibe in the rain. It feels like a completely different game. You can even see now NPCs are carrying umbrellas around, reacting accordingly to things happening around them. It feels like a very alive world. You see the metro down there moving along. It's disappeared now into the fog. But it's something about when it rains in this game. It's my favorite time to be playing it. I wish there was a always raining option because it just feels right. But again, I just wanted to call some attention to the fact that this game has always been a looker. I just think the bugs and glitches, and especially the last gen version, failed to highlight that. But as you get into these more neon areas, you know, lights everywhere, I think it helps the game shine a bit more. As always, Night City, super dynamic. You can see here that if we get off our motorcycle, there's actually a accident that occurred here. You see the NCPD is on top of it. Man is injured. A lot's just happening in the world. It feels alive now more than it has before. You can also do that now. You can skip fixer calls if you want. This was originally a thing you were forced to answer. So if I didn't want to engage in that side content, I didn't have to. But here we are, ready to rent our new apartment. So this is something that they added in 1.5. A lot of people really wanted the ability to simulate the life you want to live within Cyberpunk. And there was, of course, the life path itself. The life paths in this game are what you choose at the start of the game. And that's obviously very important. But a lot of people didn't feel, and I would agree, by the way, that it represented necessarily the choice that you as a player made. And so now, as you can see here, we have rented out a brand new apartment to match the vibe that our character's looking for. Now, you can rent apartments like near Arasaka, and you want that if you're living more of a corporate lifestyle. For me, I like the more tight-knit Japanese apartment vibe, so I wanted to load in and pick this one. So again, it's your home away from home, if you will. They've done a really good job with interior design that I don't think gets enough credit, making these places feel really cozy. You can kind of hear the rain on the outside. You can even see it. Again, just really feels like the world is truly alive and well. I like the sparks that happen as the rafters raise. Because, again, this isn't like a bougie apartment. But let's get into what I think is something a lot of people were asking for. This is update 1.6, the wardrobe. Okay, I had to put clothes on my character because it loaded in butt naked. I was not expecting that. I would like to continue to make a living here. Anyway, one thing you can do with this wardrobe that I think is awesome is preset outfits. So you can see here on the left tab, there's up to 6 outfits. And let's say, we'll just say, hypothetically, I wanted this to be my outfit, which actually, this kind of looks cool. I'm about this. Let's just put something on our feet for you freakazoids out there who love feet. All right, so we have this. We're going to equip this outfit. Now, let's say we went into outfit 2, which, give me a sec. I'm going to put some clothes on so I don't, don't get demonetized here. Okay, so let's say outfit 2. We have this red jacket on. We have these kind of scraggly pants, big boots, and we're going to put on this wacky hat. So now we'll hit equip on that. And let's say we're walking around the open world. You go, oh, I kind of want to change my outfit because you saw I was on a bike, right? So I want to change my outfit. So you'd go to inventory and then you'd go to outfit. And you'll see here that you have 2 different outfits you can pick from. And you can switch them on the fly, even when you're out in the open world, which is cool. So these are all pre-saved. And then, of course, you have the actual outfits here that you'd get throughout the main story and whatnot. But this was a highly requested feature, just transmog. So you could have the stats and you can wear these outfits. But then if you go into your inventory, as you can see, I'm not wearing these items that are here on my character. I'm wearing what I think is cool. And then these stats here are applied. So that's where I think this update shines a lot, is that, okay, now I can look a little swiggity swaggy while not sacrificing my stats. So as people would say, fashion souls, remember in the Dark Souls community, fashion souls, you can play that a little bit here. All right, so this area should be familiar. This is right where the game opens up, and provided you have the street cred, you can talk to Coach Fred. One of the things they added in update 1.6 as well is new weapons. So here we have the punk knife. This is a brand new weapon, a new legendary weapon, and we're gonna pick this up and we'll give it a nice whirl here. Let's go ahead and hit the wrong button. Let's go ahead and equip it. But I like that they continue to add these types of things to the game. To me, that adds replay value that I personally look a lot for. These types of things I think make the game go around when you get these new weapons. And so now, draw it. Nice animation. So silky smooth. How can you hate on that? Let's give it a whirl. It's pretty good, yeah. Check that out. And everyone reacts accordingly. So yeah, good weapon. I don't know if anyone's ever taken the time to just sit and watch the amount of ads this game pumps at you in world. But I think it's tremendous. Like, it's back to back to back to back. It's insane. Just the attention to detail that's here that you can easily look by. Like, I've played a lot of this game and I've never even paused to look at this stuff. But they're doing news updates ads for products. I don't even know what the hell this is. It's awesome. Oh, now's a good chance to point out the driving. One of the biggest criticisms of Cyberpunk was its driving, that it wasn't good, and I agree. It felt way too loose. What's great about the newest updates is they've really fixed it. They've tightened that up. It's not perfect, but it's much improved, where it's actually tolerable getting into a vehicle. And I gotta say, that's another under the radar improvement. That the physics don't go wild. It's nice. All right, another addition to the game. This one very small, but a lot of people wanted it, and they said they're open to bringing more to the game. It is Roach Race, which I'm sure you've likely already heard about. It's a very simple Witcher-inspired minigame where you jump over things, avoid things, and try to collect these bad boys here and these bad boys here. And oh, I almost messed that one up. Just want to time your jumps right. But you'll see the pixel art in the background. Very Witcher-inspired. Well, not even Witcher. It is the Witcher universe. You can double jump. I didn't realize that for a sec there. The carrots will make you move quicker. And it's just a very, very simple minigame. You can find these also in your apartment. So whether you want to go and have the immersive aspect, like I'll show you in a sec, like I did here, where as we step away from the machine, I'm here inside this bar. You can have that type of experience, or you can have it in your apartment, like the one I got in Japantown does have it. But I like the idea of just walking into a random bar and boom, there it is. Very cool. Kind of a thing that I believe as they add more, it'll shape the game. It's one of those smaller additions that I don't think is going to blow you away, but the fact that they're there could be cool, and I could see a Pip-Boy minigame vibe starting to pop up over time where you could just sink some hours into it if they hit the right one. That'd be cool. Whoa, slow down now. Slow down now. Whoa. Ran me over. Sheesh. Hope that doesn't happen again. Famously, Edgerunner takes place in Santo Domingos. For those who don't know, it's this section of the map here. As you can see, we have a side job tracked. This is where we're going to go to get some of the David Martinez items, because they did add some. I keep getting hit mid-sentence, so I'm getting fed up with it. Anyway, right here in this little pocket, we're going to find an Edgerunner logo. Hey, what's this? We got some pizza boxes here lying around. Tom's Diner. All this leads to a little brain dance headset. Put this on. Even though it was in the trash, why not? We're going to take a good look at this and dive into a part that I can't show because it's the anime.
What in the fuck?
Indeed. So as we see here, text Muammar El Capitan Reyes and ask about David Martinez, main character in the show. So let's do that, shall we? All right, about David Martinez. Hey, Moo, found some strange XBD on the street. Max Tag taking down some Cyber Psycho under the big hollow goldfish. Then at the end of the scroll, name David Martinez popped up. Mean anything to you? Let's see what big ol' El Capitan has to say about that. You fire up every sketch XBD you find on the street. I ain't judging. Curiosity's a hell of a thing, but still mighty brave, as I was saying earlier. But yeah, Cyber Psycho attack sounds familiar, but never dug too deep into it. Pretty big mess is all I know. As for Martinez Choom, the fuck kind of question is that? Of course that name means something to me. Santo kid like me, sprung up out of nowhere and never looked back. Was sipping drinks at the afterlife in no time. Every punk pup with a dream wanted to run with his crew. See, you're getting little breadcrumbs here on what's going to happen in the anime. That is still about a year ago when David kicked the hornet's nest. Why? Want to join his fan club and get his autograph? Can you find him for me? Let's see what we got going on here. Tough to say, but I'll do some digging and let you know. Oh, here's something that bothered a lot of people. As we rest, you'll see V puts her head on the pillow now. Look at that, sideways instead of vertically. So we have to wait a full day to learn more about D-Mart. So we're going to do just that here. And this is new HUD that was added to the wait screen, so it looks a little better. One thing you'll notice while we're killing some time here waiting for the text is there aren't any legendary items here within this vendor. And this is one specific vendor, but most of them do carry legendary goods. Like if I were to go over there to that weapons dealer, you'll notice that they are selling legendary guns. The reason for that is CD Projekt Red has reallocated the loot. So just know that there will still be purchasable legendaries. There still will be the ability to craft legendaries, but some of them have been dispersed across the game. So it's just something being aware of when you're getting back into that loop. If you had a rhythm, that it will not be the same as it once was. All right, finally, we got the text. I had to wait like 8 days for that. So just know, Cyberpunk still got some kinks. Heard rumblings you're searching for David Martinez's crew. Well, you found it. Name's Falco. There's something you want. Found an XPD. Don't know who scrolled it, but it mentioned Martinez. Wanted to get in touch and find out more. Let's see what Falco has to say in response to this. We're out of the biz, out of the spotlight, gone dark as Scopstand Coffee. Okay, so again, teasing where the anime ends up. Whatever you heard, the past is the past, and not one we aim to dig into. Oh. Now, we did rummage around in some of yours, V. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And so this is where they're going to start to set up giving you your jacket, right? This is one of the big additions to the game that connects with the anime. They say the Merc who popped out of thin air and took Night City by storm. And given your history with Arasaka, well, you and David might have more in common than you might reckon. So, again, watch the anime if you have yet to. It's really good. But now you try to track us down. If you tried, that's why I gave you a knock first, by way of saying don't bother. Our 15 minutes might be spent, but still got some time on the clock. Less so nice for you with El Capitan. Take care and good luck. So now it's that mystery of like who's Falco, or if you've watched the anime and you've come on over, you know who Falco may be. So that is the quest right there. It's nothing crazy at all, but now we're going to go to El Capitan and collect our gift. Oh, we have an update from El Capitan. So it sounds like you have an update from Martinez, or it sounds like you found Martinez, or Martinez found you. Whatever the case, someone left you a package. I can keep an eye on it, but that's it. So we're almost there to go pick it up. All right, here we are with the fixer. Let's go get our gift, shall we? So here we have El Capitan watching over David's jacket, which increases the street cred you get by 8.5%, but it's really just the look you're going for here. And it's a great view of Night City, perhaps a thematic one. But now, go into our inventory. You'll see we have it equipped, but you won't see it on me. Again, highlighting that wardrobe system that's been in the game. And yeah, as you can see here, just lots of updates. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of updates have been added to this game. Some big, some small, some, you know, you're not crazy about, like Johnny Silverhand's appearance, these new jackets. I remember when the Quartz Bandit hit, like when this stuff arrived, it was okay, whatever. But over time, they've become more significant. And what you see is them organically laying stuff on top of the pre-existing world. So the David Martinez quest isn't so in your face compared to the rest of the content because they don't want it to really disrupt what's already there. But I just got to say, here in 1.6, like the best time to start Cyberpunk is now. It's a beautiful game. I've always loved the story. I've always loved the lore. Just this world is begging to be explored more. The new content they're adding is great. There's more to come. There's the anime out right now, which can draw you even closer to this world. I don't mean to sound like I'm constantly giving this game the ringing endorsement, even though I do. But again, just wanted to highlight 1.6 here, showcase to y'all why this game is awesome. With that, this concludes, again, a rare exception where we're going to replay a game twice in the same year. I still want to do a full-on re-review, but that's different from here where we're just like testing what's going on with certain patches. With that, I leave it in your hands. What do you think about Update 1.6? What's happening here in Edgerunner, the anime, so on and so forth? Do you like this multimedia push? Fire away down below. Other than that, take excellent care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Those links are in the description. And a big thank you to all the patrons, all the members who continue to support the hell out of the content here. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.